Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in. Check out your boy, P Farm. Thinking right out here in the lab where I do what I do for you. I watched a show yesterday about alchemy, and I was also watching another show about caterpillars. See where I'm going with this? Today we're going to talk about alchemy, self alchemy, and the caterpillars are the ultimate alchemists. Let's talk about it. I got this concept I had to get out, so let's rock. Rightism, 25 rule to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in my stories for life. I give you life lessons. You tune in and receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline, practice daily, will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I asked the question: do you know you? You will when I'm through. That's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you know how to answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Caterpillar. A person who knows and knows not that they know is simple. You can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. A person who knows not and knows or believe and think that they know is dangerous, avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm your spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and too. Might not be true. Right thinkers, self alchemy is going from not knowing, from ignorance of self to knowledge of self. That's what I teach. So I'm trying to get you from being a caterpillar to a butterfly. That transformation that a caterpillar makes to a butterfly, unmatched. They break every part of their body down. They rearrange, they reconstruct. They become a whole different being from a caterpillar to a butterfly. But the one thing that they don't change, the consciousness. They still remember being a butterfly. All those who wake up, we remember being ignorant. I do. I remember all the ignorant stuff, my ignorant concept, man, I laugh at myself. Okay, let's go. So this is going to be a good lesson if you pay attention. Caterpillars are the best alchemists. They can change completely everything, stem to stern. We might want to change a little bit about this. Maybe we want to change our weight. We want to get something, do better, look better, get cosmos, all that nonsense. But a caterpillar changes everything about his personality. Everything. When you get better, when you are alchemist, alchemy is taking something that's worthless and making it valuable. Taking lead and making it gold. Taking an ignorant person and making them enlightened. That's my job. That's my alchemy spiritually. All right. So each person has to change, make the alchemical change for themselves, and from what? Not knowing themselves to knowing themselves. I use the caterpillar as an analogy because it's a perfect metaphor for what I'm trying to get across. So yeah, caterpillar is it for today. Hold on one second. Yeah, sorry about that. Remember, again, we are spiritual beings, meaning our spirit is who the essence of who we really are. The caterpillar knows that he's a caterpillar, but his ultimate goal is to become a butterfly. Our ultimate goal is to know ourselves, to become knowledgeable so we can get our wings and go home. I don't know the life expectancy for a caterpillar who don't make the transformation to caterpillar, to the butterfly, how long his life is. I don't know how long once he made the transformation. I'm gonna do my homework, and why I want to know that myself. Why? How long the butterfly life expectancy once you become a butterfly? How long do they live? Those are things that I ponder about. That's all. Okay, but yeah, I'm using them as an example, and I love that concept. Why? Because the spirit that's in us has to change with what? Becoming conscious of who we are. That's the connection. That's the alchemical change that every individual has to make for himself. We call it mystical experience. We call it Christ consciousness. We call it awakening, spiritual enlightenment, nihas. There's a bunch of words to call it, but every individual had the same opportunity to do that. That's the name of the game. That's free will. That's our inalienable right. And I love the caterpillar metaphor because it fits perfect. I change by what? Changing my character, changing my personality, the way I think, the things, the way I do. That's how you change. And change is good if it's for the better. I ask a question. 10 years, have I changed with my right thinking philosophy? Yeah, for the better, yeah. So I don't need no more confirmation about what my right thinking philosophy can and will do. I'm just trying to get other people to do it. That's my goal. That's my mission. And because I know how to make that transformation, because I made it myself, now I'm trying to teach others to do the same thing. That's my spiel. That's my hook. That's my mission. That's everything. I'm just trying to help other people. And don't ask me why. I've been asking that question for the last 15 years now. I can't answer that question. I'm just doing. Ignorance is concept is the caterpillar. Okay? Caterpillars are ignorant of who they really are until they what? Go into that cocoon. And once they get in that cocoon, now they where they need to be. Why? Because they're about to change. Okay. When you start to learn, study, and live right, you will change. I'm living proof of that one, so I don't need no. I'm the example. Okay, I'm my product. Okay, and enlightenment is becoming the butterfly. Perfect analogy. You rather go through life inching along, inching along on the ground. People, that's not a good life. But if you're the butterfly, you can fly and go anywhere you want. You're free. That's the concept. All right, hope you get it. But being ignorant is like being a caterpillar. You inch along through life, and but it ain't really getting there for you. But you're supposed to. You're supposed to. I keep telling the story or the joke about when two caterpillars met. One of them had transformed. One of them had changed. The other one hadn't. He said, "Man, you changed. Yeah, we're supposed to." All my old friends. This is the real life joke. This ain't a joke. This is real life. And I laugh because it's so fitting. All of my old friends who I run into now all say the same thing. But you changed. No one said that you haven't. But you're supposed to. Well, man was a caterpillar all his life. Never changed. Some people comfortable being a caterpillar, ignorant of themselves. Why? Because what they're doing at the time, whatever it is working for them. That's all they care about. Moving on. That's selfish to the highest. That's ego to the highest degree. That's why they don't come back. Why? Set is a one unique kind of dude. He can't reproduce. He can't have kids. Why? Don't need but one like them. How many doubles we got? How many guys we got? You don't need but one. Let's go. And being ignorant. Oh, he did that. Excuse me. Now, my right thinkers, my caterpillars, are my right thinkers. My job is to get them to become what? Butterflies in their own right by putting them in the right direction, giving them a cocoon to go into by studying, practicing, and living right philosophy. That's what I'm doing. That's the metaphor. It's perfect. Works. When you wake up with self-knowledge from what? Right thinking, right living, right actions daily, your life will change for the better. That's a guarantee. I can guarantee you, if you practice what I teach, you change. You're better, for the better. If a man guarantees that you might want to try it out, you might not, but you might want to try it out. That's what I'm saying. After that, I'm done. Why? I know the proof is in what I got. So I'm not here to try to sell it. No, I ain't got time for that. I'm trying to teach it. All right. So righteous living, virtuous living is the way to become what? The true you, the butterfly in you. Those are things that bring out the butterfly. Hope you get the concept. It making so much sense to me. I said, well, maybe somebody ain't hearing it that way. So that's why sometimes I go back and look at my show and see if I'm putting out a concept that somebody can catch other than me who want to put it out there. So yeah, I look at my own stuff. I critique me, see if I'm teaching the right concept, see if it's understandable. Somebody who don't know Do we understand it? So I think I'm doing all right. But when you have no self-knowledge, you're a caterpillar. That means you're pretty much worthless. You ain't valuable. Nobody can depend on you. You ain't doing nothing for nobody but yourself. You just moving along, Okay, and that's the metaphor. But with self-knowledge, you can what? You become valuable. People depend on you. People want to be around you. People like what you're doing. They like how you're doing. That's the difference. That's the butterfly. I got my first love. She's big on butterflies. She calls the butterfly zone. Different concept, but she got her own thing. And it's fine. But again, to understand it, to conceptualize it, and symbolically make it work for you, everybody does that different. Okay, that's esoteric messaging. Everybody takes the esoteric message a little different, but you're getting the real deal. Now it's up to you. Do with it what you will. All right, but the human experience is what the spirit comes here to do, to have, to make what? The change before the physical body dies. He didn't make the change. His conscious, him as a person, died with the body. His spirit moved on. And I laughed because I said, everybody's father who passed on come back and give him life advice, right? Not mine. Have yours. But everybody, Panther, Black Panther, everybody on side came back and talked to Haru. Okay. But the caveat to that is, if your father passed over and stayed your father for eternity, he can always come back and talk to you. If he didn't cross over, he's done. Simple as that. So when y'all got that concept of seeing them on the other side, what if they didn't make it? What if you don't make it? You ain't gonna see nobody. Because why? You won't be you. You won't know nothing. Your consciousness goes dead with the body at Judgment Day. That's the game. That's the game that I'm trying to teach you how to prepare yourself for. That heart got to be light. You got to live right. But life again. This experience, human experience. I can tell, we are human beings having human experience. Spiritual beings having human. Just like in school, this is education based. If you don't pass, you can't go to the next level. You can't go to the next grade. In life, if you don't live right, you don't pass the scales of judgment in Maya, you can't go to that life. You can't go be with God and you ain't got your stuff together. That's the difference. So all dogs go to heaven. Everybody go to heaven. No, they don't. Y'all even said it. 144,000 gone. Heaven must be a little spot. Only can take that many people. We got billions of us out here, and y'all only can house 140. What happened to the rest of them? They going to hell. See, some stuff don't work. Okay, so moving on. But the human experience is the part of life that we have to pass to get to the afterlife. Why didn't they call it afterlife? Because you got to pass the human experience. It all fits. When logic and reason works together, it makes sense. What you think and feel about it means nothing. And what you believe, because what you was told, also means nothing to nobody except you. So how you feel about when I'm talking about religion, how I break it down, belief system, what it really is, it ain't personal with me. I'm just giving a lesson. Y'all get jump on me. Don't kill the messenger if you don't like the message. Personally, I carry a gun. So you better back up off of me. When I bring the message, okay, I'm protecting myself, so to speak. I remember Spartans, my man said, "What? This is unheard of. Nobody kills the messenger." He said, "You come in here, threaten my people with slavery, disrespect my wife. My man, you should have chose your words better. This is Sparta and kick his ass in the thing, okay? When you don't take crap from people, you ain't gonna take crap from people. Just that simple as that. Moving on, but I love that concept. Yeah. But human beings who stay ignorant die human. Okay, human beings die. Okay, they die. Physical body, if it's not enlightened, the consciousness of that person will die with the body. That's the concept. If your concept is lightened, if your mind consciousness is lightened, you don't reincarnate. The way to stop reincarnation, to wake up to life's treadmill, is to know thyself. We knew that ancient times. This ain't nothing new. This is the old. Okay? So I don't bring you nothing new. I don't give a crap about new. Those human beings, caterpillars, who reach that spiritual enlightenment, go into that cocoon and make that change, get that knowledge, practice it, manifest themselves, they become butterflies. different people, and everybody will say, "He changed. She changed. Yeah, something changed about you. Yeah, hello. We're supposed to. We can't stay the same. All right. My mission is to help all those who I can from what reincarnating. I know if you get knowledge of self, I know if you connect with God, then you won't be coming back. So I'm just doing my job. That's what He want me to do. That's my mission. I can tell you that. Moving on. We all are born caterpillars, ignorant of who we are. And that's fine. Why? That's the level playing field. Everybody is. It gets real thin when things got to be done, work got to be put in, lessons got to be learned. It thins out the herd. Okay, only the strong survive. And that's nature's way. Nature don't give a damn. Only the strong survive. Simple as that. Only the wise get to the afterlife. We are all born ignorant. Again, caterpillars. Who are what? Who are our life's goal is to reach Nihas, know thyself, become anointed, find God, discover yourself. Whatever term you use for it, that's purpose. And it's always been the purpose and haven't changed. Only thing changes the people. The game's still the same. Only thing changes the players. Moving on. I was once a caterpillar. I was once ignorant. I tell you all the time. I ain't forgot that. Oh, I'm enlightened now, but I wasn't always enlightened. I was dumb as a bag of rocks. Okay. But then I made that change. I made it to that cocoon of what? Putting the work in that I need to do for myself to make that change. And when it changed, I've been a different dude ever since. Now I'm trying to help others. Where the hell that come from? I went from selling your drugs to trying to enlighten you, to get you to God. What the what? But that's things. Change is change. I don't tell you how, but it's change. But again, I changed. Perfect metaphor, perfect segue. I changed what? How I think, what I do, and the things that I say. That's self-alchemy right there. When you can make those personal changes within yourself. Simple. That's not easy to do, but that's the goal for my right thinkers. Why? You got to take care of you. You got to do you. Become selfish. And then offer selfless service. Doing something for others. Don't want nothing in return. That's a perfect way. What I did now, the right thing. What I do now is the right thing. That's it. Oh, you perfect. No, I'm just ain't doing dumb stuff. Why we go right to try to break down what somebody say instead of understanding and respecting it? You go right to the destruction part. Oh, you think you all that? No, I'm just not doing stuff that I see other people do that I don't subscribe to. I don't do those things. Simple. If I'm talking about something that ain't good, I better not be doing it. I just did the lesson about the gram, surfing the gram, and paying money to people, seeing them. That is to me way, way below my conscious level of knowledge. I'm not doing that. Dating sites, porn sites, I don't sign to them places. So that's what I'm saying. If I talk about it, I mean, I ain't doing it. Gambling, I don't gamble. I can give you less about gambling. I don't gamble. I can talk about it all I want. And those who do it, I'm talking about you. Yeah, I don't care how you feel, what you think. Moving on. If you don't want to be talking about being a gambler, stop gambling. If I talk about junkies, stop being a junkie. I talk about cheaters, stop being a cheater. Don't rag on me for talking about what it is that you do that I don't do. Those are things that I don't do. I tell you what I don't do. Simple. Some of y'all will say what you don't do, but you do it. You're liars. Hypocrites. Simple as that. I ain't got time for those kind of people. All right. I'm enlightened. Okay. I got knowledge of self. Now, why? I put the work into make that happen. I ain't just enlightened. I just woke up enlightened. I got knowledge of self because I just woke up with it. No. But I remember when I was unenlightened, ignorant, when I was ego tripping. You don't forget your past. That's memory. Memory stays with you forever. Okay, understand that. So you can't run away from your past. A lot of people, I don't know, traumatized, whatever it is, it ain't going nowhere. Deal with it. From Star Wars, y'all call it the dark night of the soul, all that now. It's called recognizing who you are for yourself. Okay, take a good look at yourself by going inside yourself. And he told him, whatever you bring in there is what you're gonna need. He bought his lightsaber, bought his defense. When you come in peace, you'll be dealt with in a peaceful manner. Moving on. That's a concept. My old man, and I use this as an example, excuse me. Okay. Every time I see an old friend, my old caterpillar buddies, okay? My old ignorant dude, my old gangster buddies, my old living long life. All those I see now, they all say the same thing. You changed. I no longer do the stuff we was doing. You can't keep doing that. You still, oh, no, I can't. That ain't my thing. No, I don't do that no more. I don't sniff. No, I don't do that. No, I don't do that. Yeah. Come on, man. In life, that's the things you should be doing for yourself. That's self alchemy. Changing from the old to the new. Stop doing stuff that ain't good and start doing stuff that is. That's all. That's common sense for me. But wrapping it up, again, I appreciate you tuning in. I got to get to the gym. I'm almost at time. Yep. All caterpillars, aka non-right thinkers, don't become butterflies. Why? Because if you don't put the work in, you will stay a caterpillar and die. That's why. So it would be to your benefit. What? Unless you like it here, unless you just like material stuff, you like struggling, you like being going through suffering, ups and downs. This is your place. If you want peace of mind, you want rest and reciprocity, and just living smooth, do the right thing. That's the afterlife. Let's go. My old man, okay, never changed from caterpillar, okay, from ignorance to know himself. And what? He died. I keep telling the story. He ain't coming back. He ain't gonna talk to me. Why? He ain't there. He's gone. Oh, that's your father. Don't give a good hoot. When I was ignorant, I lost my mind when he died. Freaked out. I'll never do that again. I'm so embarrassed. But I look at myself, dude, you didn't handle that well at all. You really didn't know. You really, and everybody's excusing it because, yeah, we know how. Not deep, but man, I went way past my knowledge. I thought I looked back and said, dude, you was really out there. Okay, so move on, let it go. Why? It ain't got nothing to do with you. You got to be responsible for that. All right, I told my mom that we laugh. We are all born caterpillars, ignorant, with the same chance to what? Become butterflies. To know thyself. Nobody born knowing himself. You got to go through the rigors. You got to go through the process to make that happen. That's why the reward is for those who do that. That's what it is. The caterpillar performed self-alchemy to the highest that I've ever known. And it's, blew my mind. And it made me think, they can do it. We can do it consciously. That's the power that we have. Okay, and become knowledgeable self. A caterpillar self-alchemy be going into his cocoon, and when he come out, he's a different dude. He's a different being. He can fly. No more inch in the ground. No. That's the concept. When they just say a Christian concept, I can do all things through what Christ has strengthened me. Okay, well, let Christ strengthen you and do whatever it is you want. I say if you can conceive it, you can achieve it. If you put the self-effort, that's the work from you in. So, moving on. The caliber, okay, the next one. But if you don't get self-knowledge, you don't get knowledge of self, you don't become self-mastery and transform, you will what? Die a caterpillar. Die ignorant. Okay? And all your possession, all the stuff you achieve means nothing to nobody. Well, they just came and picked this, everything that he had they like, they just took it. Okay. I didn't get nothing from him. Didn't want nothing. Well, you gave me life. I'm good with that. You don't owe me nothing after that. Moving on. Wrapping it up again, right thinkers. Appreciate you tuning in. Y'all ain't caterpillars. Y'all are butterflies. Fly. Be free. Like me. Right thinking philosophy. Mission. And I tell you every day, my goal is to help change as many caterpillar, ignorant people of themselves to butterflies to know themselves. I do it every day. I do what I do for you. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. Hope you're using it. Hope you're becoming what? Butterfly. Let's fly together because I'm always flying. That's what I do. I fly high. How high can you fly? Right things. I appreciate you tuning in. I got to go hit the gym. And in closing, may you all live to be 100. And me, 100 miles a day. So I'll never know that my caterpillars who used self-alchemy and became butterflies have passed away. See you on the other side. Ha ha.